Hello Mariners. Hope you guys well doing well, and let's you guys are preparing for your exams and orals. So today's topic we are going to this video's topic we are going to discuss with Annex 1, that is from the ROR, and whatever the requirement has been enforced by the IMO we will discuss through and through. So Annex 1, position and technical detail of lights in ship. So without wasting much of our times, let's begin. This video will be in the two part, that is this is the first one, this is the first part, and the other part, this part, both the part, to understand each and every point with this annex 1. So let's begin. So first, the position and technical detail of lights in ship. First is definition. What is it saying? The term height above the hull means the height above the uppermost continuous deck. The height shall be measured from the position vertically beneath the location of the light. So the term height above the hull, so be patient and I will discuss with a diagram so that it will be much clear to you guys. So be watch. So guys, the definition, as per the definition I would try to explain in a very systematic with a diagram. So the term height above the hull means the height above the uppermost continuous deck. So this is your uppermost continuous deck, okay, and the height shall be measured from the vertically beneath. This is your height above the hull considered, that is from the height above the continuous deck it's talking about, and the height shall be measured vertically beneath the location of the light. So this is your light, and vertically beneath, so this is your vertically beneath exactly. So this is your this entire deck area is considered as your height above the hull. Hope guys the definition is well cleared with you, and please now let's discuss with the vertical position and spacing of a light. So A, on a power driven vessel of 20 meter or more in length. Now it's talking about the vessel of 20 meter or more in length. The forward masthead light, or if only one masthead light is carried, then the light at a height above the hull of not less than 6 meter, and if the breadth of the vessel exceeds 6 meter, then at a height above the hull not less than that such breadth. So however that the light need not be greater height above the hull than 12 meters. So it's basically part A is saying if the vessel is more than 20 meter or more, the masthead light shall be of at least 6 meter, and or it's equals to its breadth. And suppose if its breadth is less than 6 meter, then the masthead light should be equals to its breadth. And the next part is saying if the breadth is much greater, if the breadth is more than 6 meter, then the the vertical height of the light from the hull above the hull, it should be of 6 meter, should not be 6 meter or more in length, but it should not exceed 12 meter. This height should not exceed 12 meter, that is the maximum height is 12 meter, it is fixed, and not less than 6 meter if breadth is more than 6 meter. Hope this is clear to you guys. Now let's move to second point, that when two masthead light are carried, the after one shall be at least 4.5 meter vertically higher than the forward. It means that when this second masthead light is carried, then the height of this masthead light shall be 4.5 meter vertically higher than this masthead light. Means the stern masthead light, the second masthead light should be more than 4.5 meter higher than the forward masthead light. So now it's B. So let's start. The vertical separation of a masthead light of a power driven vessel shall be such that in all normal condition of a trim, the after light will be seen over and separated from the forward light at a distance of 1000 meter from the stem when viewed from sea level. So first the word here it has used is stem. So this is your stem. Okay guys, this forward area, and from here 1000 meter away from the sea level, that is normal sea level, if observer is standing and in a normal trim condition, that is normal trim condition, either it is in the vessel is in rest, I'm to say even keel or trim by head or trim by stern, the aft light should be clearly seen, separated and away from the forward masthead light. So I have discussed what is a normal trim condition. This is aft masthead light should be, this is your aft masthead light, this is your forward masthead light. So this masthead light should be clearly viewed when the vessel is in a normal trim condition, when seen 1000 meter for forward from the stem when observer is seeing. So this is also clear to you guys. Let's move to C. So now we are talking about C. The masthead light of a power driven vessel of 12 meter but less than 20 meter in length shall be placed at a height above the gunwale of not less than 2.5. So first the word here it is using gunwale. So gunwale is, guys, this is the gunwale, means the railing. In normal speaking it's a railing, but exactly we don't use the term railing, it's a gunwale. So especially these things are only on the small boats, not on a larger vessel like we had sailed. So it's saying that the masthead light of a power driven vessel of 12 meter but less than 20 meter in length shall be a height above the gunwale of not less than. So the height of the light which is placed, this height which is placed, so the height, it's talking about this height from the gunwale to the light area, it should not be less than 2.5 meters. So now it's talk about D. So D, the power driven vessel of less than 12 meter in length, now it's less than 12 meter. Previously we had studied, C was talking about the vessel of length more than 12 meter but less than 20 meter. Now it's less than 12 meter in length, carry the uppermost light at a height of less than 2.5 above the gunwale. So already I had explained on the previous scene that you have seen that what is gunwale. So now it's saying that if a vessel is less than 12 meter in length, so the masthead light height can be reduced, means it is exempted. Now no need to be more than 2.5 meter above the gunwale. Now it can be less than also. Next, when however a masthead light is carried in addition to side light and a stern light, or the all-round light prescribed in rule 23D first is carrying an additional side light, then the such masthead light or all-round light shall be at least 1 meter higher than the side light. Now if it is saying that as per the rule number 23D first, if the side light is carried on that vessel, that is which is less than 12 meter, the requirement for the masthead light is clear. That first it is saying that no need to be more than 2.5 meter from the gunwale. Now second requirement is saying, but it should be at least masthead light and all round light should be at least 1 meter higher than the side light. So this is a very important point. We should always recall that the masthead light should be at least 1 meter higher than the side light, but no need to be higher 2.5 meter from the gunwale. Hope you guys cleared with these topics. So let's move with D. So one of 2 or 3 masthead light prescribed for a power driven vessel when engaged in towing or a pushing. The other vessel shall be placed in the same position as either the forward masthead light or the after masthead light, provided that if carried on the aftermast, the lower aftermast light shall be at least 4.5 meter vertical higher than the forward masthead light. Now if the vessel is engaged either in a pushing or a towing, and if masthead light are increasing, like pushing vessel has another masthead light and the towing vessel has the masthead light. Now as per the size criteria, now the light will be increased. Instead of 2, if the length is exceeding 200 meters, then we'll use 3 masthead light. In that condition, it is saying the stern masthead light, the last masthead light should be such that it should be 4.5 meter vertically higher than the forward masthead light. Should be 4.5 meter vertically higher than the forward masthead light. Hope it's clear. So now let's move with point F first. So what it's saying, that the masthead light or lights prescribed in rule number 23A. 23A is that is a light used by a power driven vessel. It's talking about the light used by a power driven vessel, and A part is saying that one masthead light, second masthead light if the length exceed more than 250 meter of the vessel, side light and stern light. So it's talking about that only. So now the masthead light or lights prescribed in rule number 23A shall be so placed as to above and clear of all the other light and obstruction as described in rule subparagraph 2. So whatever the light prescribed as per rule number 23 first shall be so constructed that it should be cleared from any other obstruction. Should be cleared from any other obstruction as except described in subparagraph 2. So now we will discuss with the subparagraph 2 what it's talking about. So 2. So F2. When it is impracticable to carry the all-round light prescribed by rule 27B first or rule 28 below the masthead light, they shall be carried above and after masthead light or vertically in between the forward masthead light and the after masthead, provided that is later case requirement of the section 3C of this annex shall be complied with. So guys, section 3C we will discuss forward. So we will just skip this section 3 part that we are going to discuss forward, but we will discuss what are the lights it's talking about, rule number 27B and rule number 28. So rule 27 is lights which to be carried by NUC, that is vessel not under command. So vessel not under command, the lights to be carried, that is 2 all-round light in a vertical line, or in daytime 2 balls, or while making way 2 all-round lights, and should be stern light and the side lights too. So now it's basically we are going to deal with here the position, vertically position. So side lights, there we are not going to be disturbed due to this red lights. Only the vertical position has to be cleared. And rule number 28 is talking about the vessel constant by head draft. So for vessel constant by head draft, the light prescribed as per the rule 28, that is 3 all round red light in a vertical line. So let's discuss how these red lights to be placed. So it's saying that below the masthead light, first point, below the masthead light, they may be carried above the masthead light. Below the masthead light, above the masthead light, first point. After that, it's saying that they may be carried above the after masthead light, or above the after masthead light. Okay, or the vertically in between the forward masthead light and the after masthead light. Either it's saying that either we can place it above the masthead light, above the after masthead light, not only on the forward, above the second masthead light is after masthead light, or we can place it in between. For example, that is white first masthead light, white light, red light, and then second masthead light. Hope you guys all had seen this how we are in the stream, so it's not much confusing to you guys. So let's move with point G. Now the G part is saying the height of the side light. Now it's talking about these side lights. The side light of a power driven vessel shall be placed at a height above the hull not greater than the 3/4 of that of the forward masthead light. They shall be so placed that low as to interfered with by any deck light, not interfered. So the height of the side light should not be more than 3/4 than of the masthead light. It should rest of this masthead light, and it should be so placed that it should not get any obstruction due to this other deck lights. So it's clear that the height should not be more than 3/4 of the masthead light, not the aft masthead light. It's clearly talking about the forward masthead light, and the height also should be such that it should not get obstructed or any other interference can obstruct this stern light. Hope it's clear. So point number H. The side light, if in a combined lantern and carried on a power driven vessel of less than 20 meter in length, shall be placed not less than 1 meter below the masthead light. So vessel of less than 20 meter in length, 20 meters less. So the side light which are combined, this is the side light which is combined in a combined lantern. The height between the masthead light and the side light shall be placed not less than 1 meter. It should not be less than 1 meter. Means the separation between this should not be less than 1 meter. Now let's move to point number I. Now let's talk to point number I. It's saying when the rule prescribed 2 or 3 lights to be carried in a vertical line, they shall be placed as followed. So point number first, on a vessel of 20 meter or more, such lights shall be placed not less than 2 meter apart, and the lowest of this shall, except where a towing light is required, be placed at a height of not less than 4 meter above the hull. So it's saying that if 2 or 3 lights are placed, the vertical separation between them should not be less than 2 meter in any case. And if in such case, if the towing light is required, then the height of the towing light from the hull, above the hull, should not be less than 4 meter. This is the first part is saying of the I. Now let's move to point number 2. On a vessel of less than 20 meter in length, now it's talking about the vessel of less than 20 meter in length. So for a vessel of 20 meter in length, the vessel of 20 meter in length, such light shall be placed not less than 1 meter, and the lowest of this shall, except a towing light is required. So there is nothing much changes. Now it's again saying if a vessel is less than 20 meter, then the vertical separation between the masthead light and that light should be of 1 meter. That is 1 meter. And whereas if we are talking about the towing light, the height above the hull or the gunway. Basically, if we talk about the vessel of less than 20 meter, we use gunwale instead of that height above the hull. Now this time the height of the towing light shall not be less than 2 meter from the gunwale. And now points 3, when 3 lights are carried out, they shall be equally placed. That is, I had already discussed that each light shall have a separation is of 1 meter on the both the cases. So hope point number I is also clear to you. Now let's move to J. So now let's begin with the point number J. Point number J is saying the lower of the two alternate light prescribed for a vessel engaged in fishing shall be at a height above the side lights not less than twice the distance between the vertical light. So it means, it is saying that first of all we need to know what is the light for a fishing vessel. For a fishing vessel, the light is prescribed red over white. So for a fishing vessel, that is light is red over white. So it's saying that the vertical separation between, suppose the vertical separation between the two light is D. So it's saying now the lowest light, this is the lowest light. So from here to the side light, the distance between them should not be less than the twice of the distance between the two vertical light. Now for example, let's assume that the distance between this vertical light separation is 2 meter. Therefore the height between the side light and the lowest of that light should not be less than of 4 meter. Let's move to point number K. So now point number K, the forward anchor light prescribed in rule 30A first when two are carried. So 31st A is a rule light are as for a vessel which are anchored or aground. So as per that, when two are carried, shall not be less than 4.5 meter above the aft ones, above the after one. On a vessel of 50 meter or more in length, this forward anchor light shall be placed at a height of not less than 6 meter from the hull. So now it's clearly saying when the two anchor light are placed, the distance, the vertical separation between the aft and this should not be less than of 4.5 meter. Means the forward light should be a 4.5 meter above the height of the aft one anchor light. Now in other way, it also saying that for a vessel of 50 meter or more in length, it is clearly saying that the height of the forward light from the above the hull should not be of less than 6 meter. So 6 meter should be constant for the vessel, a forward light for a vessel if the length exceed 50 meter or more, whereas irrespective of the length of the ship, the distance between the stern light and the forward anchor light, the vertical separation between them should be 4.5 meter. Thank you guys. Hope you liked it, and if you like, please give a thumbs up and subscribe the channel, share with your friends, and please also watch my second video on NX1.